A really good team there over there, and I think everybody bought in. Everybody played their hearts out. Demmer was great in that, so huge win for us.
How's the fit been for you joining this defensive group? Obviously, sort of airdropped in and had a couple of games here pretty quickly. You look like you're pretty comfortable out there already.
Yeah, pretty good. It's a lot of familiarities system-wise from Pittsburgh, so that always helps, and know a few guys on the team too. So I mean, it's a group that's really committed to playing hard, and so it's been a good transition so far, and looking forward to take more steps.
You'll have to believe us when we tell you the team struggled a little bit before that trade. You know, it's been a tough winter. What have you found just the environment like since you got here, sort of the energy and your read on the group? Yeah,
it's good. I mean, we're battling every day. You can tell it's a group that's resilient, and everybody's pulling in the same direction. So it's I've had a really good experience so far. So I mean, we just got to keep battling, like I said, and wins like these really help when you got everybody contributing and playing their hearts out, like I said. So yeah, it was a fun game.
Besser mentioned that you're someone who raises his voice in the locker room during intermissions. Has that been an easy transition to being a vocal player in a new group?
Yeah, I mean, I try to be myself. Like I said, I know a few of the guys on the team, and that always helps too. So yeah, I just try to be myself, and yeah, I guess I'm vocal, and I'm going to keep trying to be that.
As a team, the defensive game, the second and third period especially, to be pretty airtight. What sort of permitted that? What changed maybe after the first to like?
Yeah, they got a lot off the rush. The first, I felt like we made a few adjustments on them. They like to pull up and hit late guys. I thought our forwards did a great job tracking tonight. You can see when they try to pull up and hit that late wave, it's tough to defend, and I thought our forwards did a great job with that, and it allows us to keep our gaps too. So I think that was a huge thing in the second and the third there.
As a more veteran guy, is there anything that stands out to you about Elias Pettersson, the defender?
Yeah, just his overall game. Two ways. I think he's awesome with the puck. He can protect it, and he's very good defensively. Something I've played with him one Worlds, and I saw it then, but to see it up close, how good he is defensively, how responsible he is, it's really fun to see. And like I said, he can make some plays with the puck that's out of this world. So he's a real fun player to watch.
The assignment that you're up against in the Canada line tonight, is that something that excites you? Or sort of challenge to look forward to?
For sure. I think you got to look at it that way. Otherwise, it can go south on you real quick. So you got to embrace the challenge. I think with those guys, maybe in the first we gave them a little bit too much respect and too much room. When we can play them tight and have numbers, it really helps us. So yeah, it was a fun game, and like I said, whenever you can get a shutout against a team like that and a line like that, it's a real boost for the morale in here.
Yeah, I mean, I think 2 points are 2 points. I'm certainly not picky in what fashion they come around. So it's nice to get a shutout for sure. I thought the guys played great, and it's a tricky line over there to deal with, and I thought they did a really good job. So yeah, 2 more games before the break here, and hopefully go into it with some momentum.
You didn't win the other night as a group, but a couple of good games without Quinn in the lineup. What does that do for your collective confidence when your top player's out?
Yeah, obviously, Huggy leaves a huge hole in our lineup. But it's always next man up. Every year, whatever team you're on, it's just kind of the nature of the business. You got to be ready to go for situations like that. So we're obviously eager for him to return, but in the meantime, we got to get the job done.
How satisfied are you with that two-save sequence? I mean, McCarr's the trailer, he snaps a wrist, or you get a piece of it in your glove, and then you have to go post to post on Lake, and then so there's a lot of structure and movement in there. How satisfied are you with that sequence?
Yeah, I mean, it's just trying to get a piece of something, So, I mean, yeah, it was a big kind of sequence there, like you mentioned. A lot of bodies flying around and a couple scoring chances, but I thought the guys collapsed really well and kind of managed the guts of the ice, and we got to get through those situations as a 6-man unit, and on that one we were able to.
What do you make rather not have those kind of sequences, but when you get through it, you go to the TV timeout and the fans are chanting Thatcher Demko and half of them stood, you know, when you held on. Does it mean something?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, luckily there was a TV timeout, so I was trying to catch my breath. But yeah, I mean, it's great to hear, and you know, obviously we're trying to. I know it's later in the year, but we're trying to establish that home ice, and we take a lot of pride playing here, and we've struggled at times this year stringing games together, but you know, I don't want them to feel like for a single second that we don't take pride and we're not aware of the impact that they have on the game.
Petey, you've talked about your game and sort of where it's trending and been critical. When you have a performance like that, in terms of your process, does it feel like a building block or a potential building block?
Yeah, I mean, you got to do it again. I know where my game's at right now. There's been some games that probably didn't reflect that. And sometimes that's the challenging part as a player, is being able to have confidence and trust in yourself internally, when, you know, externally it might not look that way. So I know what direction I'm headed, and certainly tonight was a good game.
Elias Pettersson, the young defenseman, made a great play diving back on that sequence as well. What have you made of his performance here in just a handful of games?
Yeah, I like Pete. He's a guy that wants to do everything the right way. You know, he's young, but his attention to detail is great, and you know, I've enjoyed having him around as a guy too. He's you know, obviously we have a lot of Swedish guys, so we're getting used to the culture and the type of guys that those guys are. But yeah, he's been good. You know, I think he's only going to get better, and I think his potential is enormous.
You said yourself before you came back that you weren't doing this for yourself, right? It was about being part of the team again. The fact the team has struggled so much, has that made your transition more challenging, or have you been maybe more impatient to get back to where you want to be with the way the team is struggling? Has it been a factor?
I don't see it as one. I think, you know, goaltending is such a unique position where a lot of what you do, obviously there's structure and there's reads on different things, but a lot of it is individualistic, and you know, you see it all the time. You know, there's a game where maybe the team doesn't play well and the goalie steals a game, or what have you. So I don't look at that as being a factor. I look at it as just working on my game every day and being nitpicky and just examining everything to the atom about things that I can do to get better and things that I can improve on.
One time for Thatcher Demko.
Thank you.
How many more Petterssons can you add to
I was waiting for that. Carter Verhage.
What is your favorite hockey team?
Quinn Hughes.
Quinn Hughes is your favorite hockey team?
Quinn, thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.